Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm Miles. This is Aromas by Miles. And today we've got a Magnificent 7 for you. If you don't know what a Magnificent 7 is, then you need to stay tuned. Because what we've got today is we're going to be diving into a unique men's fragrance. It's got serene woods, dark orientals. We'll break down how they smell, who they're for, how they compare to each other. And I'm talking about the House of Amouroud. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into it. Bum 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 bum. You guys get it, right? You guys get it. Hope you like that TV show. So the first one I got for you today is this one, White Hinoki. If a Japanese forest had a signature scent, honestly, this would be it. Launched in 2018. This is an Angelique Naudou fragrance. And for you guys who don't know, like me, Hinoki wood was a sacred wood in Japan that was used to build temples and shrines. And it's a premium product in Japan. I would say this thing is a woody, spicy kind of offering. It's got ginger, some blood orange, a little bit of white pepper in the opening, and then there's that hinoki wood that pops in with cypress. So it's got a really woody mid. And then it goes to a whiskey, tobacco, a little bit of amber in the base, which is a dry down that kind of surprises you when you see the rest of the notes. So it's a clean, kind of confident profile. It's not going to blow your doors off and do all that. It's refined. I think it's versatile. And it's really wearable. You could use this as a signature scent especially if you were in warmer weather. If you want to compare it to something, I'd say maybe Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but it's a little brighter, a little fresher than that. Compared to other designers, I think it has a little more depth. Again, it's a solid scent. Everyday wear, spring, fall, kind of casual, sophisticated. It's not much in the longevity and sillage department, but let's take his hat off here. Oh, where's my strip? Let's put a little bit on the strip here and see. I love it in the air too. Yeah, it's airier and less biting, I think, than Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Like I say, there's not much in the longevity and sillage, but none of these lighter, more summer kind of scents are. So that's not anything terribly unusual. I like a guy's hat. I like that. I believe how I found that. Anyway, so my experience has been with this about 4 hours, and again, longevity's not great, but it's not super expensive. I paid $116 for it, so it's one of the better sellers in the house, I believe, if I remember correctly. So take a look at this one. This is White Hinoki from Amoroud, and tell me if you've gotten your nose on this. I'd like to know what you think about it. We've got a few more to talk about. Okay, the next one in the Amouroud line that I really, really love is Amouroud's Dark Orchid. And this is one of the darkest, most seductive, kind of magnetic, dark floral fragrances you're ever going to find. It's by Cecilia Hu, I think is how you pronounce her name. It's been around, it's 2016, so this is almost 10 years old, but it's unisex. But for me, it leans more masculine. It's dark. It's kind of a standout fragrance. It's not a blind buy for sure. It's got notes of bergamot. There's some dark spices in the opening, a little bit of black orchid and jasmine in the mid. So it's got that floral piece of it. And there's patchouli, vanilla, and incense in the dry down, which makes it, again, dark, and it's got that little bit of floral nuance to it. The spices, it's a smooth kind of sweetness. And I think it's a very bold scent. It's not, again, not a blind buy at all. It's more dramatic and sensual than the White Hinoki, obviously, because it's, in a black bottle. You gotta take your clues when you can get them. If you would say it's in a similar mood to Tom Ford's Black Orchid, but I think it's certainly easier to wear. Those of you who know Black Orchid know it's a pungent, in your nose. It kind of stays in your nose, the scent does. This one's more night focused, I think, than most of the woody floral fragrances. I think you're going to find that It's going to be best worn in the evenings, certainly cooler weather. This is a date night scent, but I think it's a date night scent that you better know the person you're wearing it for, because it's going to stay around. It's a statement kind of scent. It's got good longevity, good sillage, but it's gonna make a statement. It's gonna stay with you, so you've got to be careful with that. And it's an affordable scent. It's $104 at discounters, so it's one of those that you can afford to put in your collection. And that's Amoroud Dark Orchid. Beautiful scent. Really, really like it. Okay, the next one I've got for you is back to the white bottle, is Himalayan Oud. And this is a calm, deep, kind of quiet fragrance. I think it's powerful, but I don't know much about the history of this one. I wasn't able to find a perfumer or even the date of launch on Fragrantica, but this is a great summer scent for me. I've been wearing this one quite a bit over the last year or so. And this is maybe a bedtime scent if you're into that. And I occasionally do that. I occasionally wear these white Amouroud scents to bed. It's not what you call a world changer, but it's a good versatile creation. It's got some some aromatic spices and some pink pepper in the opening, and then the Himalayan woods and a lot of resins in the mids. And Himalayan wood is a wood that produces a resin that's a little bit thicker and a little bit deeper than some of the other resins out there. It follows up, and finishes off with amber, musk, and oud, which is kind of a typical Middle Eastern base note conglomeration there. But it's a smooth oud, and it's blended with some nice wood resins that it makes it kind of earthy, but it's really not harsh. It's kind of softer than the traditional oud fragrances, I think. It's more thoughtful, if that's possible. It's a little more, what do they call it when they say this shit? Meditative, yeah, meditative than some of the other ouds, and certainly the oud tabac that's in this list. It's almost nothing like that. Yeah, it's a nice scent. It's subtle. It's easy to wear. Like I said, it's versatile. But it's a cold weather scent, which I think is interesting because it's in a white bottle. But it's for classy settings, and if you like oud, or you're an oud lover, this would be one that you should really check out. I mean, it may not fit in some of the other oud categories because it's not in-your-face, pungent, clawing, biting kind of oud, but it's certainly one that if you want a range of ouds, you should put in your collection. It's a little pricey, I think. I paid $134 for it at discounters, which seems like a lot for an Amouroud fragrance, but especially, they have an elixir series that's obviously more expensive, but this one seems a little bit overpriced, but it's still a real nice scent. That's Himalayan Wood by Amouroud. All right, back to the black bottle again. This one is one that I really, really love. It's a wear that you're not going to use very often, and this is Elixir Noir Luminé. And this is an Amouroud fragrance is more along the lines of a Oriental floral. I believe it was launched in 2019. I'm not sure who the perfumer is, but this is a dark, warm kind of fragrance that kind of resonates and glows off your skin. This is part of the Amouroud Elixir collection. I only have one of these fragrances in this collection, but I'm going to hope to save up my money and get a little bit more. This thing consists of citrus peels, some spice in the opening, so you get a little bit of that floral citrus coming at you, and then it's got amber and some labdanum in the heart notes, and vanilla resins and the wood. So it's got a pretty aromatic woody base to it. Those resins and the spices are subtle, really, but they do pop out a little more in the dry down. It's kind of a balance between sweetness and I don't know what, some mysterious kind of note that's floating around there that everybody says they can smell, but nobody really can. It's less floral than Dark Orchid, for sure. Warmer and sweeter than the Himalayan Oud, I think. So, or Himalayan Wood. I think it's a fragrance that if you like darker, wintry kind of fragrances that are close to the skin, I think you're going to be real pleased with this. It's got a great longevity, 8 to 10 hours, so they say. Maybe we try that in a daily dab sometime. The sillage is not great, but it's close to the skin. It's one of those things you're going to wear in a formal setting, evening wear, kind of upscale events, I think it'd be something that you'd probably enjoy. It's, again, not for everybody. A lot of these Amouroud scents are not for everyone. It is very floral in the opening, that's for sure. No, it's a good scent. You got to watch the sprays though, because it's gonna make a statement and definitely will fill a room. It's not a blind buy for sure, but if you like those dark, woody, mysterious kind of scents, I think you're going to be really pleased with this one. But you got to be careful in the sprays because it'll give you a headache, and it may give a headache to the people around you. This is one of the most expensive scents. This is the most expensive scent I think in my collection right here of Amouroud fragrances. I've got a couple of more, but I didn't feature them. This was $166 at discounters. And again, it's something that I think you'd be pleased to have in your collection. If you've tried it, let me know. I'm always curious to see what people say about fragrances. It's such an individual thing. But this is the Noir Illuminé Elixir by Amoroud. Give this one a try if you like dark, mysterious kind of fragrances. I think you'll be happy with it. All right, back to the white bottle now. And when you see a white bottle, you know it's going to be fresher, probably more mineral, less modern, or maybe effortlessly modern, not less modern, but more modern. This one is Wet Stone. And this was launched in 2019. I couldn't find a perfumer listed, so I'm not sure who did this fragrance, but this is a solid fragrance, one of their better performing fragrances for the house. Some people think it's a little more feminine leaning than some of the others, but I enjoy it, and I actually wear this one to bed sometimes. And that may be because I screwed up and bought more than 2 bottles of it by mistake and was too lazy to send it back. But so I'm going through it, and I'll spray it sometimes at bedtime, and it's gotten to be kind of my signature scent for getting into bed. So it's really interesting, but it's not too. It's clean and kind of fresh, kind of like washed sheets, if you want to go that way. Let's get it on a strip here. It's got a lot of minerals and a little bit of citrus in the opening, and there's what they say is a rain accord, whatever the hell a rain accord is. But you guys kind of know what fresh rain smells like. I mean, that's not a big stretch. Wet stones after a rain or sidewalk. Then it dries down with some soft woods and a little bit of musk. It's that, you know, like I said, that clean, wet stone. I hate to say the name again, but that's really what it is. Rain-like freshness, you know, that you get. It's minimalist. I think it's office friendly. It's a pretty versatile scent. You could certainly make it a signature scent. It's not cheap, but a few sprays will go a long way. It's got a pretty good projection. It's cleaner than White Hinoki. It's a little bit aquatic, I think. You know, maybe a little bit along the lines of aquatic designer type fragrances that you're going to find out there in the market. But that aromatic opening is fresh. It's got, you know, citrus and some ginger in it. And if you like that clean mineral vibe, then you really should check this one out. It's a scent that I think that'll fill the bill for that. It's good, like I say, versatile work environments. It's a summer fragrance. I think it's overpriced. I actually thought the Noir Illuminé was the most expensive fragrance in this bunch, but this one I've got on the list here is $179, which I think is definitely overpriced for this particular scent. I'd say it'd be in the 110 or 114 range, seems reasonable to me. But this is Wet Stone by Amouroud. It's one of their best-selling fragrances. It's clean, mineralistic. I think you'd really like it. If you like that kind of fragrance, it's a white sheet kind of fragrance. Like I say, I'll wear it to bed. So take a look at it if you get a chance. See what you think. Let me know in the comments. All right, number 6 of the Magnificent 7 is going to be this one right here, and that's White Sand. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put the picture up there like I always do. And this scent is another one of those clean, easygoing kind of scents. I think this is more summery than the rest of them, more beachy. It was launched in 2023, and this has got a big citrus opening with a musky sandalwood kind of dry down. I don't think it's too far off a Wet Stone, but some people tell me that Wet Stone is a little bit more mineralic and a little bit darker than this. This one opens with bergamot and lemon, so it's got a big citrus burst to it. Some white florals and a little bit of those mid-range summer floral notes, kind of bring up the heart notes, if you will, and then it finishes up with that sandalwood and white musk. And the white musk isn't too clawing or animalic. It's a soft musk, airy kind of musk, and the citruses are kind of soft too once you get moving. It's approachable. It's kind of relaxed, and I think maybe that's what makes it different than whetstone. It's lighter than whetstone, much softer than the white enoki too. It's a fresh, clean, kind of a beach scent, beach feel to it, to me anyway. Certainly warmer weather. I think you could get away with this casual wear in the warmer weather. It's kind of a poolside kind of a fragrance, and it's certainly more reasonably priced than some of the others. This one was $100 at discounters. And white sand, you could, I don't know, I've worn it in the evenings a couple of times. I've had this one for a little while. And it's a nice evening scent when the weather's a little bit warmer, but it'll almost go into the cooler weather, especially the times when I'm down south of the border. This one is one of the ones I'm always taking with me in travel atomizers and that sort of thing. So this is white sand, Amoroud. If you want to feel beachy and all that, then you need to get your paws on this one and see what you think. All right, the last one of the Magnificent Seven here, which I would probably call is either Yul Brynner or Steve McQueen, is Oud Tabak. And Oud Tabak is probably my favorite scent of the ones that I actually own right now. And it's a bold, smoky scent that's a statement maker. It's unapologetic. It's gonna make its presence known. I think this is, like I say, one of the best of the Magnificent Seven. It's a masculine scent. For me, it's got some sharp edges to it, which I like. And the dry down, they kind of smooth out a little bit. What would I call it? It's a big leather chair in a cool, dark bar with some cigar smoke that's kind of drifting out of the chair, that sort of thing. It was launched in 2018 by Elias Armenides. Sorry about that, Elias, but it's a banger for me for sure. And it's spicy as hell. That's what I like about it. It's a statement scent piece all the way. Spices and smoke in the top, tobacco leaf, and that incense comes in, after 15 or 20 minutes, at least on my skin. And then it finishes up with oud, leather, amber in the base. And it's a heavy oud with a really rich, kind of sweet tobacco leaf going on. It's not cigar smoke kind of tobacco. It's more of a leaf, and it really, for me, it's a scent that just screams sophistication and class, elegance. And it fills a room. I got a bunch of scents in the air, I know, but this one takes over for sure. If you wanted to compare it to something, at least out of these scents, it's certainly darker than the Himalayan oud that we've got, Himalayan wood, and it's not as heavy, or it's heavier, not as heavy. It's heavier than the Elixir Noir, but it's a statement maker. It's certainly not for those guys who want to stay under the radar. This is not going to keep you under the radar. It's nighttime, winter. Anytime you want to make a statement, you got to be conscious about where you wear it. You don't want to wear it into a room full of a ton of people. I think it'd be a little bit overpowering. Got to watch your sprays on your clothes as well. But it's got 9 hours plus longevity, and the sillage is pretty good. It stays on my skin faintly, but it stays on my skin till the next morning. So if that sounds good to you and you really like oud and oud with a little bit of sweet tobacco, then Tobacco Oud is one for you. And it doesn't cost much. It's $104. And this one really fills the bill for me when I want to have a statement scent that is going to announce my presence, but it's going to do it in a classy way. So if that sounds good to you, then I would highly encourage you to take a look at Oud Tabak by Amouroud. Bum 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 bum. Thanks for spending time with me, you guys. I appreciate it. I know you have lots of choices out there of people to watch on the internet, and I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. That's our Magnificent 7 for the day. Stay tuned for another one where we're going to check out 7 fragrances from different houses and then drill down a little bit deeper into some of the fragrances that you've heard about but may not be able to get your nose on. So, Aromas by Miles, please like and subscribe. You know it all goes to help the Medic Outpost nonprofit, and it's free. And I mean, doesn't take a whole lot to help out the channel. So I appreciate everybody doing that. Everybody stay safe out there. Remember, life's short. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you in the next one. Adios.